The man raised his gun and was surprised to find that the coyote ahead was behaving abnormally. So he immediately adjusted the sight on his gun. But when he raised the gun again and looked toward the other side, he was astonished to see a signal jammer suddenly appear in the spot he had just been looking at. The man instantly sensed something was wrong and immediately turned his gun to the other side, only to find that the entire farm was filled with signal jammers. At the same time, 4 cars were approaching him. Seeing this, the man immediately fired a shot into the air, but the convoy had already arrived at the gate. Hearing the gunshot, the daughter went downstairs and asked her mother what had happened, but the mother told her that her father was just driving away the coyotes and there was nothing to worry about. Meanwhile, the armed men in the cars had loaded their bullets. Then they stuck their heads out and started shooting at the man, who immediately reacted and fired back quickly. Realizing something was amiss, the mother and daughter tried to call the police, but the signal had already been jammed by the armed men. By this time, the man had also returned to the house, telling the mother and daughter to go upstairs and get guns while he began to reload ammunition. Soon, the armed men arrived at the door and launched an attack on the man. Seeing this, the man immediately moved to the doorway to fight back, while the other side also started shooting at him frantically. After the shooting stopped, the leader of the armed men ordered them to surround the house. However, they had no idea that the man had once been a former Navy SEAL. Just as they were about to enter the room, the man was already lying in ambush in the corner and shot the incoming enemies. Then he went to the kitchen and threw all the tableware on the table onto the floor. When the enemies entered the room, they didn't notice the broken tableware on the ground at all. As soon as they stepped on the fragments, the man opened fire immediately and then rushed forward to finish them off. Unexpectedly, the mother and daughter hiding in the dark room were discovered by the armed men. But just as the enemies were about to open the door, the woman was so scared that she fired her gun directly. Hearing the gunshot outside, the enemies prepared to launch another attack, but they completely underestimated the man's combat ability. Just as one of the enemies reached the staircase, the man had already pressed his gun against the enemy's head. The man quickly moved to the other side and dealt with another one. At this moment, the heavily battered armed men launched a rapid attack and started shooting at the man hiding upstairs. Because the man had the terrain advantage, the armed men no longer dared to act rashly. Meanwhile, the man also found the mother and daughter hiding in the dark room. Then he took out a rifle from the dark room and waited for the other side to attack again.